Welcome to Man the Podcast. I'm your co-host, Ibn Faraz Shabazz, freshman from Morehouse College, sociology and finance major from Central Falls, Rhode Island.
What's good with y'all, man? I am also your co-host, TJ Tillman, a freshman business administration major, political science minor on the pre-law track from Montgomery, Alabama. I'm excited, Ibn. You excited?
I'm really excited. So today we have our first guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Desire Oteba. I attend Clark Atlanta University, freshman in mass media with a concentration in radio, television, and film.
Word.
Good.
Word.
That's
I like
great.
that. Hey, that's a new intro. I ain't heard that one yet.
I know. All right, so first podcast.
Nah, I'm excited. Like I'm dead shaking. Like every like the nerves is getting
Right,
to
now
me,
that
but, like,
the now that it's on, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we're doing this.
So basically, what y'all trying to get into? I personally want to talk about like the transition from high school to college. So how y'all feeling about that so far?
Well, considering I grew up in in the suburbs, I'm usually around a lot of white people. So
Yeah.
coming to HBCU is like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
I remember. So I went to two different high schools. The first one was a mixed school, so it was like predominantly black, but there was a good amount of white people. And then the last school I went to was a private white school. So it was about like 7 black kids in our
yeah,
graduating
the private
class.
schools do be small.
Yeah.
Work. So like for me, it's pretty much different. I came from like a historically black high school, so like basically, everything that I pretty much did, I did everything I do in Morehouse. I pretty much did in high school. So like all the parties, things like that, it was nothing new. But like it took it to a different level coming to Atlanta because it's Atlanta.
Right.
It's different out here. So like basically, I just enjoy Morehouse like to the fullest extent, especially like the transition process. It was always great to like see new people, especially like just Ibn right here. Like we always had mutual friends, but like I really feel like this took our friendship to a new level. It's like it's a great like experience overall.
They do say you meet your besties in college. You
Yes.
meet your best
My mom-
man.
That's extremely
See,
real.
my mom told me
That's
that,
real.
and I didn't believe her.
Yeah,
But
She
you
gonna
starting to
see
believe
this
it?
and say I told you, but
yeah, it's real.
yeah.
That's real.
All right, so our first question, so our first topic actually is going to be, what was your point of view in high school? Like, what was your mindset in high school? You know, and then how did it change as you got older through the different grades?
Considering like I have immigrant parents, like
Yeah.
they're really strict. So I'm African, and they're really strict about a lot of things. So I kind of had that pressure to just do good in school. So I mean, school's always like been my thing, even though like I don't really like it. I feel like this is more so my thing, but
Yeah.
you know, they put that pressure on me, and I feel like it pushed me to achieve more. So I kind of just had the mindset of just doing better for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hear you definitely. That's real.
Yeah.
That's
What
real.
about you, TJ?
Basically, my perspective is like it drastically changed over the summer because like I always wanted to go to Morehouse. I always wanted to move to Atlanta because Morehouse was my only choice. So like basically throughout the summer, I was really getting acclimated to like having new friends, specifically just my Bonner cohort, which is a group of 15 of us. So like it's basically like a guaranteed friendship that we have. But the thing I enjoyed most about that, which changed my perspective, was like these are like really my brothers.
Yeah.
So like at Morehouse, like the brotherhood is extremely strong. I feel like my perspective about that didn't change to like really that summer to like no, these was my ride or dies, and I still believe that like to this day, even though I've developed more than the 15, like I know I like for sure
You
we're
can count on them
like
15,
we're guaranteed.
right.
So like we can't really switch up because like we got to see each other for
Yeah.
the next 4 years and then on from the lifetime after that. So yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it was a lot different. So my mindset going into the first high school,
Yeah.
you know, Grayson, so I went to Grayson High School, so it's one of the biggest high schools in Georgia.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's known for its sports, and I wanted to play football there. But everyone there knew who they were, but I didn't, right? Growing up, it was really what I saw other people do and what I kind of grabbed off of each other instead of what I wanted to do.
Right. Okay.
And, of course, I wanted to play football, but I didn't really have that purpose at first.
Yeah.
And then I went to my private school, and my mindset, I feel like, diminished a little bit. Just because I was surrounded by people who don't look like me, who don't understand me.
Yeah, it's definitely harder.
It was very hard.
Yeah.
I had to conform to what they were teaching us because it was a Christian school. So, it taught you different things that, I personally didn't believe in, but I had to kind of pretend like I did. Be surrounded by people who didn't look like me or treated me as if I was just a random person rather than just a regular human being. Real. And then going into Morehouse, my confidence changed, my demeanor changed, my overall attitude and my mindset. I got so much more mature just because of like we were saying, the brotherhood, but also the sisterhood at Clark and Spelman. Like they hold you accountable. For sure. Like if you mess up, like they'll be like, yo, bro, like come on. But it's just like being around people who understand you, different backgrounds, but we all have that unity. Right. Kind of really, like I tell everyone, whenever I go to Morehouse, whenever I go somewhere, like go to Morehouse, go to Spelman, go to Clark. Like you gotta go.
That's real.
Or any HBCU.
HBCU, it's definitely an experience. HBCUs, you feel the unity. Like
you definitely do.
Even though sometimes it gets a little catty, I won't lie. Like it's not perfect. We're not gonna lie here.
It gets a little slippery.
But it's I feel like overall, you could tell the AUC, we stand as one.
Yeah, we definitely
do. We really do.
We like to stand as one, and we stand strong too. So, it's definitely different than home, I feel like. I felt like it was like the black kids. Yeah. And then it was like all the white kids, I feel like. Like it's not that it was just white kids, but it was predominantly white. Yeah. We did have like, Asian. We had everybody over there, but it just felt like, dang, it's just like us and me and my little, like, 6 little black people. Yeah. We got to stick together. And now that, like, I'm at a HBCU, it's kind of just like, okay, like,
yeah.
I feel a little bit more welcome.
I got a question for both of y'all, actually. So, like, Ibn talked about confidence. So, like, do y'all feel like your confidence is, like, tremendously peaked once you, like, cross that border of, like, Clark Morehouse? Like, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm doing. So, like, how does your confidence being built as you matriculate?
I feel like it's kind of shaking my confidence a little bit because there's so many pretty girls. Like, you just look around and you're like, wow, like, there's another pretty girl, and there's another pretty girl. And you just I felt like I found myself comparing myself to, like, other people. And I was kind of just like, wait, but, like, I'm cute, too. So, what's the problem? Like, I also am a cute girl that goes to an HBCU, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear
so I kind of just had to stop being so hard on myself and stop trying to compare myself to other people because we don't have the same parents, we don't come from the same place, and like everybody's different.
I feel like for me, it didn't really hit to like October because like if you know, but first semester. Yeah, especially the first few months, first semester of a HBCU freshman year.
That man had hair.
It's different. Like y'all, you won't understand until you really hit that. But
that hair was different, huh?
You know, we could put a picture. I'll put a picture on later. But my confidence, so it wasn't big at first, especially coming from the private school. A lot of people from that school kind of diminished how I viewed myself. And when I got to Morehouse, I saw how people kind of held themselves up, right? Just being around people.
It's empowering.
It's very empowering.
It's so empowering.
But what really changed me was the people that surrounded me. They kind of, it wasn't even just holding you accountable, but they wanted to see you grow. They wanted to see you flourish, right? I didn't play football the first year, but I worked out every day. Yeah. And people saw that, and people would be like, we want to see you succeed. We want to. But I still didn't have that mindset until I joined Freshman Stroll. Yeah. Freshman Stroll, I created that real brotherhood of shout out to my Stroll brothers, but that's when like things started picking up. You have to have that different mental toughness, and it kind of got you into the different things of who you wanted to be and who you are. Yeah. And then over winter break, that's when I wanted to kind of not change myself but evolve myself. And so, I decided to change my demeanor of how I view myself and how I view other people. Cut my hair. Yeah. Got earrings, got a tat. And
you just had a whole
I had a whole change. But it wasn't just because I wanted people to think, I look good or this, but simply because I wanted to show who I was and who I wanted to be. So definitely.
That's real.
Okay, then. You went to HEC, you got some swag.
He's different. He's definitely different. To add on to like my as well as like my confidence. I feel like mine came around the same time, like that October standpoint, specifically because that's homecoming. Everybody
Homecoming. Oh my
everybody
gosh.
looking good, all that. So like I think my first thing was I stepped up my fist. Like I always loved to dress. I love hats. I love shoes, anything like that. So like that first bit of confidence I had was like just seeing people around me, specifically my neighbor actually Cam. Me and Cam talk a lot about clothes and dressing. So like I feel like my confidence was like really developed through him because like he was different and all that, and then he seen like other people around. So it was like bridging the gap between other people around you,
Yeah.
and like getting like just building that confidence and mental health capacity, which is another thing. Just like as long as your confidence is good, I feel like your mental health will follow behind it.
Yeah.
And like as long as you have those people around you to support you, everything is like.
I feel like also because
Yeah.
it's inspiring to
Yeah.
like be on the campus. I feel like you see so many different like styles and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
get inspired and you're like, okay, wait, why did he kind of like put that on? Like maybe like maybe I could go, do a little something or hit a store real quick and see like if I could
Yeah.
do something like that too.
I feel like the 3 different schools have their own uniqueness,
Yeah.
but it all like goes together so well.
Yeah.
Like Clark is known for his creativity. Like
Yeah.
it's unmatched. Like if you go to Clark, it's arts everywhere.
Art,
If you go to Spelman, it's uplifting and empowering the black woman,
Yeah.
just like Clark. But that's just what Spelman
Yeah.
is known
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Just having that stepping stool of who women are.
Yeah.
And then at Morehouse, it's exactly for men.
Brotherhood.
Empowering men to be
Yeah.
the leaders of our nation,
Definitely.
right? And I just feel like I feel like starting now doing this is like a show of where we're at. The next question I want to get into is how has your mindset changed education wise from high school to college? Because I know that we all went to you went to a predominantly black school,
Yeah.
historically black high school. And, I went to both a mixed school and a private school. You went to a predominantly white school. So how was the education and how did it change from your high school into college?
Yeah. Desire, I think you got that one.
No, I think you gotta start, bro. I don't know.
You want
I
me
gotta
to
think
start?
about that.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so we're, coming from a historically black high school, we have like a history of like excellence. Specifically, our motto was excellence in all things, because we got like specific alumni who are like just prominent in the black community. Like specifically, the mayor of Montgomery, which is the city I'm from, he graduated from high school and he was also a Morehouse man. So it's also like that standard of excellence. Specifically in education, though, I feel like Morehouse teaches you that, like, if you're a black man, you have to be dependent upon black men. Specifically talking about, like, just, like, classes specifically, like, ethics. Like, we share an ethics class. Even though we have a white teacher, we still depend on each other around that education standpoint. So I feel like a lot of times, like, grades and anything like that is, like, dependent upon, like, the relationships you build, like, the people around you, as well as yourself, like, because if you don't have like that type of self-motivation to begin with, like back in high school, like even before that, like it's not going to carry over now. Right. Specifically, just talking about me, I feel like my education is being like very, very well built around like that idea of prominence within the black community. Just because like not necessarily because like I never got the information, because I've always been like that person to get the information quickly, but like Morehouse teaches you like to be well spoken and well read, just like those things, those study habits that you build at Morehouse. Like I feel like not necessarily it translated over from high school, but like it definitely increased as I got here at Morehouse.
For sure. I feel like, creating those good, like, habits, those study habits, stuff like that, like, it'll get you prepared for college, because let me tell you, you're not going to want to wake up for that 9 a.m. if you're not used to waking up in high school to go to,
even if you're used
for
to
your 6-hour day.
Even if you're used to
That's
it.
true.
I used to wake up at 6 a.m. and I can't wake up till 10.
Hey, 10 be hard.
10 be hard.
Something about being, like, I don't know if it's, like, having so much freedom, but like coming to college, like you get in that bed, you don't want to get out. You're just
the bed been hard to escape.
The bed is hard to escape, but you got to push yourself.
Yeah, you definitely do.
What was your mindset on the education view?
I feel like back at home, it was like they would kind of hold our hand a little bit more. But I feel like everybody could say that because college and high school is like two very different things. But I don't know, like now coming into college, it's like, okay, I wanted to do things by myself. So now I gotta go by my word. And, you know, the professors, I don't know, my professors don't BS. It's very like, I feel like a lot of people, you guys have options to like turn in late work or
sometimes
any
depending on
It depends on the teacher.
Okay.
Some people trip.
This whole entire year, y'all, none of my professors took none of that. So it was very like 11:59 is the deadline. And I've kind of had to like push myself to remember like 11:59.
Yeah.
Like I don't get a second chance at this like back in high school when, you know, you're like, oh, you know, like, oh, I got caught up. And, you know, they give you a little extra day or, you know, they take a little 10 points. Like, no. It's a 0, no resubmissions. We keep it moving.
That reminds me, I got a 4-page paper after
this. That's real.
I got a paper tray too, I won't lie.
Just to add on to that, I feel like every time I hear 11:59, I get PTSD.
Oh my God.
It's like a war flashback. Yep.
It's like you put a timer for like 5 minutes before.
I wonder if that feeling ever goes away. Like,
nah, I don't know.
Like looking at 11:59, like I don't know, my heart stopped. Even on the weekend, I'd be like, oh my God, it's 11:59. Like, what am I forgetting? Like, what do I need to be doing right now?
Yeah, it's different. How you feeling about education?
I feel like it's more empowering here.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because, you know, you're more open just because the community is more open. And in high school, you know, you got to do what the teacher says. Listen to the teacher, do everything. And I feel like in college now it's just, this is what I'm teaching you, but we want to hear from y'all.
Yeah.
We want to see the different viewpoints of y'all. And the teacher's more open to hearing, maybe this isn't the right way. So the teachers conform to us sometimes instead of us conforming to the teacher. I feel like that's a lot of how HBCUs roll, especially at Morehouse. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's about at Clark.
What, them being more open to like hearing
just more
students?
Conforming, not just being a whole brick wall, but more of a sponge.
I feel like it really depends on the professor because there's like, I don't know. The professors I've come across have been very like, they're straight as a line, you know, like the sponge thing is kind of like the class will interact and, you know, we'll have some ideas bouncing around, but it's really like, well, you know, like this is the book and, you know, this is it. So I don't know, like, I feel like the curriculum hasn't really changed more so for me, but I feel like also it's because I'm a freshman and it's just prereqs this year. And I know that I'm going to get into heavier things and I'm going to actually learn what I want to learn. Like I don't feel as motivated right now just because I know it's like, I got to get this like for my credits, but I know for the next semester, I'm doing all my major stuff. You know, I'm also starting up a little podcast too. Like, you know, I'm trying to get, you know, like
free promo right here. She said she's starting her own podcast.
Y'all tune in, wait for me, okay? So yeah, I don't know, but I'm opening myself up more. I don't know if I could say the professors are sponges though. Like,
and that's something that we got to change.
Right.
That's something we just got to change. But it all starts here, talking about it.
It does
and then
definitely start
making
here.
the effort.
Yeah. So y'all feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you to Desire.
Thank you, Ms. Desire.
Thank y'all for having me.
Hey.
She did a wonderful job. That lady know how to talk.
Thank you. I try.
Yep. Thank you to Desire for coming on to this podcast.
Yeah.
Make sure you check her out. You can say your Instagram.
Oh, where should I look?
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. We got you at all angles.
Follow me on Instagram at DESIRE.OTEBA on Instagram. I was gonna say TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube.
Just put a
LinkedIn.
Just put a picture up there.
Right. Put it.
Yeah,
y'all got that. Y'all got that. Yeah.
Yes,
and stay tuned for my podcast.
Yep. Also, Desire Models. We're on the agency, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank y'all for having me.
We got.
This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I got a feeling. I got a good feeling.
Welcome back to Meta Podcast. I am your co-host,
we got
Ibn.
some volume now.
Yes.
So today we have a special guest, both dear to both hearts. We got the hip shaker,
Oh man.
Amir.
Oh man.
Staten.
Mr. Mirror Money.
hipster-
How you feeling,
hipster.
Mr. Mirror
Go ahead
Money?
and
I'm feeling
introduce
good.
yourself.
I'm a Mir Staten. I'm a freshman sociology major at Morehouse College. AKA Mir Money. You feel me? My mic on, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh
That's
yes.
a
Yes.
new one.
Let's do it.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Today I'm feeling good. I'm gonna be
Word.
honest with you. Most Wednesdays ain't the greatest for me. You feel me? Middle of the week. I don't like the middle of the week because it's just too much going on. But like I feel good. You feel
Yeah.
me?
That's good.
I woke
That's
up
good,
today.
that's good.
I woke up today.
Hey,
Well, now
that's
you're
real.
better
That's
because you're on
real.
the podcast.
You know what?
You here with us?
You're not lying. Now we're here.
Hey,
We are here
yeah.
and we're in action. Let's do
So
it.
here at the Minute Podcast, we keep it real, always, 100%.
100.
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about that.
All right,
y'all know I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I will never sugarcoat.
That's enough out of him.
All right.
Turn his
So
mic
our
off.
first question for you. First question for you.
Yeah.
How was your point of view in high school?
As far as like,
Your mindset, education wise, all of that.
all right, we all know COVID was like
Yeah.
our high school experience, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Freshman year, it was just like college freshman year. I had a lot of fun, right? You feel me? Like doing whatever, being a kid. But after like we shut down, bro, I just stopped caring.
That's real.
Like I don't think people realize the toll that being in a secluded area for a long amount of time does to you. You feel
2
me?
years.
Like I remember when COVID first started, and I was in the house and we didn't have our assignments. I mean, our class Zoom assignments and stuff
Yeah.
yet. I found myself doing the same thing every single day. Wake up, playing the game, sitting on my behind, not being productive at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't go outside or do nothing, hang out with nobody. And then as time went on, I felt myself running out of stuff to do, right? So I fell into like this like a ditch, it feel like, as far as like mental health goes, physical health. My physical health was terrible. Mental health was terrible. And it's like I had a family that supported me and all that. But
Yeah.
it's just like what that does to the individual is like crazy work. Like I don't think people realize that.
Yeah.
But like my high school experience senior year is when I felt like, all right, things might work out now. You feel me? It was out of COVID. It was like prime time for me. I remember senior year was fun. I actually enjoyed myself. You feel me? I didn't have no complaints, and I was in a better headspace, physical space, 100%. I was back playing sports again and stuff. Like that's pretty much my view as far as high school goes.
To add on to that, like, how was your view during the summer transitioning into Morehouse? I know, like,
Oh, great question.
All right.
I talked about like
Yeah.
our guaranteed like friend group that we had. Like,
Oh yeah,
15.
from
So,
Bonner.
Shout
Yeah.
out Bonner.
So
Eben is honorary Bonner.
it's honorary. If nobody knows
Appreciate
that, honorary, tap in. My summer experience transitioning from high school to Morehouse was very unique.
What you mean by that?
So let's elaborate.
Run the
Let's-
clip.
Let's run the clip. Run the clip. Let's do it. So basically, that happened, right? And
It's gonna be a video of him running down the street.
yeah. I just want everybody to know that. So
That's my baby.
Shout out Mr.
that
Staten.
happened in February of last year, right?
Yeah.
So, mind you, we still in the middle of the school year. So a lot of this is very new to me. You feel
Yeah.
me? I get posted on the Shade Room. I get posted on every news channel in the city. Good Morning America got a hold of me. Like a whole bunch of just news, right? So this is when stuff got a little hectic for me. I was doing interviews for like a cool 3-4 weeks straight every single day. Like people don't believe me when I say every single day. Like I remember it was certain times where I would do like 3-4 interviews a week, right? I remember one day I came home from school. I forgot I had an interview.
Yeah.
I went straight to my bed. My mom walked into my room, saw I was asleep. She's like, "Mary, wake up." I was like, "Why?" She's like, "You have an interview." I said, "Another one?"
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want people to feel like, oh, he's ungrateful. Like, because that wasn't the case at all.
Yeah.
I was just tired, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was doing the same interviews every day, getting asked the same exact questions about just different people.
Yeah.
So it kind of just felt like, I felt like a robot.
Yeah.
For like a cool 2 months after the video, like, went viral. And I told my mom I'm never becoming an actor.
Yeah.
Or a celebrity.
That's real. That's
Right?
real.
Because it's just not for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then that same summer, I was filming a documentary. There was a production company that came from the UK to come film. They just followed me on my journey to Morehouse, right? So we were filming from sun up to sundown at one point. I remember it was like 2 days in a row. I filmed from 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m. Like, and you could just tell, like, by the end of that day, I was drained. I was like little stuff started frustrating me. Like my fan, like I felt bad because from the outside looking in, it looked like, oh, he's like, what is his problem? He got all this,
that's real.
he got all this media attention, and he being ungrateful. No, this never happened to me. I'm not used to it. And it's real tiring. Like, I see why celebrities probably get tired sometimes, like the mental strain it takes on you. So my summer was just filled with that. You feel me? But I will say I did have an amazing support system.
Yeah.
Like, and meeting a lot of new people that have stepped into my life that have like made a crazy difference. Yeah. Like one of my biggest mentors, Karan, shout out to him. Shout out to Andre, him too. Like, they were like my clutch, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, when times got hard, like, I would have a conversation with them, yo, this is happening, I don't know what to do, right? My mom, there for me every single day. Like, there was some days where she would cancel an interview because she knew the mental toll it was taking on me, like, doing them every single day. Yeah. Mind you, I loved what was going on. Like, I'm glad it was me that it happened to. Yeah. I'm glad it happened in Philly. Because if you look at the statistics in Philly, in the news, all you see is kids my age and younger doing all the wrong stuff. Yeah. The fact that I was getting put in the light for the right reasons, it's kind of like gave me that extra boost too. Yeah. So I knew that. Yeah, what's up?
Real quick question. So do you feel like with that you became an inspiration?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially when I would go to like my mom's high school that she worked at, King High School. Like, I was already cool with some of the kids that went there, but one of them in particular was just like, I'm not gonna name drop, but like one of them was just like, I want better for myself now. Yeah. Like, I want people to know that smart is the new cool.
That's real.
Like, if that makes sense.
It's not even the new cool. It's always been that.
Like,
always.
You don't gotta pick up no gun to be nobody. You don't gotta fight nobody.
I heard it here first. Mir's anti-guns, anti-drugs,
Literally,
bro.
Like
Mir.
Literally, you don't gotta fall into what your friends is doing if it's the wrong stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I got a question. So, there's a lot of stories and there's a lot of articles on the Philly education. Yeah. There's even a TV series about it. Abbott Elementary. But how was your experience for the education system?
I actually had another unique education experience in Philly. So I went to public school up until 4th grade. I lied, longer than that. I went to public school until 7th grade. But I was transitioning to other schools. So I went to a charter school at one point, Boys Latin. That was in 7th grade. I went back to my public school after I got into a private school. Yep. So I went to private school from 8th to 12th grade. So that transition from public school to private school, especially in Philly, is crazy work. Yeah. Like, it's exactly what people see on the media as far as like how we are taught, how teachers are carrying themselves, how students are carrying themselves. I was not no goody two shoes. My mom thinks I was. Yeah. But that's all she knew was the good, because I still got good grades. Yeah. But I was still doing all the wrong stuff, right? Yeah. So when I got to private school and I realized the switch, I'm no longer the majority, right? Yeah. I'm going to school with all white people.
I know how that feels.
So, I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable in that situation. Because I'm gonna be honest, I was uncomfortable. Yeah. Like, for a cool minute. I had two other friends. One of them is actually here now. Jayden. I met him there, and I met somebody I used to be cool with, Moose. I met him there. Those were the same two people I hung out with that entire year. My 8th grade year, that's all I hung out with. So I had to get used to being cared for by teachers. Used to getting talked to by teachers like I'm a regular person and not go do this, go do that by public school teachers, right? So I think getting comfortable with that switch was something I had to get used to as far as that transition goes.
That's good. How was your transition into Morehouse? Like how when from the start of freshman year to your point of to right now, your present.
Yeah.
How was like your mindset? How did your
Oh, yeah.
education change? How did your demeanor change?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. When I first got here, I was like, "Oh man, I gotta be like the man on campus now. I gotta join this. I gotta join this club. I gotta have this on my resume."
Yeah.
And a lot of that was because of the video.
Yep.
Because people knew who I was before I got here. So when I did get here, and I'm the type of person. It was a little denial. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I heard that people knew who I was here already, I got here and actually saw it firsthand. Like people come up to me, "You Amir, right?" I'm like, "You the one that ran down the street. You're this. You're that." So I'm like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
Like a part of me was scared because like, what if I don't live up to what people think?
Yeah.
So me, like my first semester was me it felt like I was trying to be like a people pleaser. Like I had to do everything that people thought I would do when I got here, everything that people saw me doing. Like I felt like I had to join every club, do everything, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Like from first semester to now, I feel like I've learned a lot more about myself. I'm a lot more self-centered. I don't care as much about what people think of me because at the end of the day, people are going to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True or not. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all have learned that too.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to talk about you, good or bad. It's a matter of how you carry yourself. Because I know for me, first semester, maybe some things weren't going the way I wanted to, or maybe something didn't play out the way I wanted to. I immediately went into isolation.
Yeah.
So when people were able to tell that, oh, I don't see him no more, to get the questions. Why is this happening? Why is he not? So I kind of was like, and I would call my mom home. I'd be like, "Mom, I'm staying inside. I'm not going out." And
people who don't know Amir, like that was a big thing because Amir was out. Like we
he
all
gets
were,
outside. Yeah.
but like
Everybody
Amir
was
was so
outside.
known
Yeah.
that when you go out, it's Amir. So when he went inside, he literally went inside, and I feel like that really helped him. But that was just something that you only knew if you knew Amir.
yeah, it helped and hurt because it helped because I was able to figure out myself, like what worked for me, what didn't work for me, how do I want to go about the situation. It hurt because of the people that I think were not like affected, but like people who actually care about me here.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that much until I went into like that type of hiding spot, right? Why are you not outside? Why? What's going on with this? Why you can't do this? Why you not here? Why you not there? And it was like, I'm just chilling. That wasn't the case at all. I'm just chilling, really.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows me know that's not real. Like, and I said I was gonna do the same thing second semester. I'm gonna stay inside. I'm not gonna bother nobody.
Yeah.
And then I went home and was just like, I know why I'm at Morehouse. I'm not at Morehouse to cater to what anybody else wants me to be, right? So I just like, forget it. Came back.
Yeah.
I'm living my life. Like I'm living great right now. I just don't want people to know that I'm very happy. You feel me? Yeah. I got friends I never thought I'd have in my life, bro.
Yeah.
I got a support group, and it's just like I love it. Like it's everything and more. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think it took a lot to learn. I had to learn a lot. Like I had to go through a lot to learn that too. You feel me?
Yeah, because with people who don't know, so Amir and TJ, they Bonner brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
Y'all don't know.
Yeah, like
Bonner
next door neighbor.
Bruh,
next door.
The first one of the first people I've ever met on this campus. When I stepped on foot, Bonner was the first group of people I met.
Yeah.
So that was just like guaranteed.
Bonner's tight.
Yeah.
And then me and Amir were both. So Amir's on the Stro team. One of the best Stro team on grade in Morehouse is Graves.
G5.
G5.
And
G5.
so that's kind of how. So me and Amir were close before, right? We met each other. I'm
about to say no, real quick.
Ahead,
How we met is he pressed me the first time. The first time like we like met. Because I remember he used to walk past me and he'd say, "What's up?" I'd be like, "What's up?" and just going about my day. Because when I first got to campus, like I kind of had a little bit of a like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
like people know who I am. Like yeah.
And mind you, I didn't know who he was.
So I wouldn't say like I just be like, "What's up?" and move on with my day type of thing. So he stopped me on my way to Graves. I'll never forget it. I was walking up the steps, and he was like, yo, Mir. I said, what's up? I said, he said first, he said, do you even know my name? I said, no. He said, I be trying to talk to you, but you be like moving like
No, that's real.
you Holly. Like
Yeah.
that's basically what you
gotta
saying.
Get him right. That's real.
And I was like, what? Like in the moment, I was like, oh no, bro, that's not me, bro. Like I dapped him up and then just walked off again.
Yeah.
I got to the crib. I went to my dorm and I was like, that you really think that? Like it's not intentional at all though. Like, but I had to like, it kind of was like a nigga relax. Like you dress like everybody else, bro.
Yeah.
Like chill out with all that. And I respected him so much more.
Yeah.
Cause like the one, he don't know me.
Yeah.
Two, it's like you want to put me in my place like that quick, and you don't even know who I am. I got so much respect for you, bro.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even on no like big bro. Like it was your problem. Like it was on some like bro.
No, I was dead ass like
I want to get to know who you is, bro. Like I need to know who you is, bro.
Mind you, that wasn't like, even though it was a big deal to you, to me it was just like, you know, it's just some dude that I thought was cool and I wanted to talk, and I didn't even know who you were. Like I didn't know you were that guy that, because I saw the video, but when my mom showed me, I was like, oh okay, like it's a video of a guy running down, so I didn't really see your face, so I didn't know that was you until like 2 months after we actually got to know each other, and I was like, oh, that was you, and so you know, and then we got into Stroll, and then that's when we became close. So you know, Mir's my dog. Like that's my mom calls him her son. Miss Staten calls me like hers. And so like, you know, we're tight. And so like, but that's just how it is at HBCUs. Like you don't know who you gonna meet,
who you gonna run into.
But
bro.
another thing is like you don't know who's gonna be who.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
Like a lot of these guys at Morehouse, especially in our class, like they're gonna be something. You don't know what they're gonna be.
We got a lot of rich people in our class. Or soon to be rich people in our class. I just know it.
How was the education process throughout Morehouse? Like how was the teachers? How was, you know, getting your work done? All of that.
Be real.
Be real.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm a procrastinator, like heavy. Right?
I feel like that's everybody. Though.
Yeah, but like it's like because I know I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Like regardless. But as far as like relationships with your professors, they are very important. If your professor don't know you, don't know who you are, especially in these little classrooms, bro. We ain't got, but I think my biggest class was like 30 people, probably 20, 30.
Yeah.
If your professor don't know your name, bro, you got to be doing something wrong, bro. Not even doing something wrong. You got to get out there when you get at the HBCU. You can't be scared to talk to people. Yeah. You can't be scared to do something that you ain't did before. My experience has been great though. Like I've not had problems with any of my professors. One of my professors I still keep in touch with. Shout out to Keon Berry, the realest sociology teacher you'll ever meet in your life.
I've heard about him. Bro. I haven't had his class, but I've heard
had Dr. Berry the first day. I've been tight with
my roommate.
Dr. Keon Berry, bro. That's the man.
He's real.
And like, and you don't realize what these professors can do for you. My fault. I have friends that have gotten internships through professors.
Yeah.
Like who have met people through professors.
Yep.
That's really important. And like even meeting people within your classroom too. Cause a lot of the kids in our grade like is doing stuff right now. We got YouTubers in our grade. We got people who work like big businesses already, bro.
Yeah.
Like meet people, bro. I think that's the biggest thing about this whole experience. Cause I'm a sociology major. Mm-hmm. I'm doing an internship at a government firm this summer.
Yeah.
Like nothing to do with my major. But like because I met somebody or because I know people, I got that internship type of thing. So like I would say my education, my relation with my professors, they've all been well, honestly. Yep. I think it's just a matter of you putting the effort in. Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of professors are not going to reach out to you. Mm-hmm. If you're not the one nagging at their doors, saying going to office hours, you can go to office hours. I promise to God, office hours will save your life. I went to office hours for the first time this semester. I had a C on the paper. Because I went to office hours and I was able to explain why I got a C. When we looked at the paper, I did this wrong. I could have wrote this better. Raised it to a B-. Yeah. And that might not be like crazy for most people, bro.
But
it makes a difference on your grade.
It makes a difference, bro. It makes a difference. So yeah. That's what I was saying. Now.
Because I know my teacher, Dr. Gilbert, she one of the reasons why like we really pushed forward for this podcast. Like me and TJ, we already knew we wanted to do a podcast. We separately wanted to do a podcast. We both told each other and we're like, oh, we might as well do it together.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for her, making an assignment, but not even just an assignment, giving us ideas, like in the classroom, we talked about changing up the narrative of how classrooms run. So instead of having aligned rows, what we do is we push all the seats and we make a circle. So that way we can see everyone.
Yeah.
And we start talking. We start conversating and debating and just having that open conversation of what needs to change, what is happening. And, she's like, if I need to do something better, let me know.
Yeah.
If I need to change this to conform so I can improve y'all minds because y'all are the future, then do that. So I feel like we need more teachers like that. We need teachers who, but it also starts with the students.
Yeah.
The teacher won't, especially in college, the teacher won't do that. They might have the passion, but they won't give forth their passion if the student doesn't want to
gotta
take
meet
it.
them halfway. You gotta meet them halfway. Like even to add on to that, like what Ibn said, shout out to Paul Larkin.
Lark, that's
the GOAT. Lark is actually one of two of my mentors. My other one is Alon Gibson, who is a very dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
But Larkin basically he gave me the whole idea last semester of starting the podcast. He was like, you have to change the narrative of black men. So I feel like this is like the first stepping stone that we've had of like just not necessarily changing the narrative, but like becoming the narrative that we want to change.
And that's why we named the Men a Podcast. Because there's not a lot of voices for black men.
No.
So what we wanted to do, our mission is to give the black men a voice. Of course, we want to hear from our sisters and hear their point of view because this is how life is.
100%.
We also want to be able to give a space for black men to talk truthfully without, having to be like, oh, I can't say this or I can't say this.
Exactly.
We could talk truthfully and really express how we feel.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. For sure. Well, we thank you, Amir.
Thank you for having me, bro. Yeah. Amir Money, the man.
Money.
Shout out. The myth, the legend.
It's like, what's your Instagram?
Y'all can follow me on IG at Amir AMIR _ ST27.
ST27.
Get at me.
Y'all heard that, man.
Get at me.
I heard him. Hey, reach out to Amir, bro. He a down to earth guy.
You got questions, bro? You want to just chop it up? I'm here.
Mere money is the way to go.
Yes.
I feel like we get to see like the authentic version of people.
Oh yes,
like
100%.
Not necessarily just because we stare in grades, but like we see people before they're really people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like I feel like my relationship is Mir, like that's how it developed because I didn't get to see him as like the internet sensation, the superstar, everything. Because like we was on the same scholarship. I always know him as Amir Staten, not like Amir the celebrity. Or anything like that. Because we stay right next to each other.
Amir was my stroll brother, so that's all I knew. Whenever it was just strolling, he was my best friend before stroll, but then we became like brothers during stroll. And so and
that's what I like. That's what I like the most.
I flew to Philly, just to see my family and to see him. Yeah, like it's just that close, and you really get to see who people were because at one point TJ was just because TJ's roommate was also on the stroll team. Yeah, so at one point,
he would just know his roommate.
He was Noah's roommate, and I started going to Noah to see him more. Started seeing TJ and saying what's up, and then me and TJ started talking more. Yeah, and then in second semester. That's when we started really talking. So now me and TJ are like this now. Like we really fell with each other.
And before I go on yapping for another 30 minutes, I'm gonna get up out of here. But before I leave, I think that it's really important that we get to know people when the cameras aren't rolling.
Yeah.
When all the attention is not on them. When they're not Mr. Popular, because you get to really see who these people are. Yeah. Like sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be very, very bad. Yeah. Like the true colors are gonna always show in people, and it's most likely gonna happen in those spaces, right? And walking through a college dorm, just walking through the cafeteria, like you're gonna meet the real person. Yeah. You feel me?
Like even to add on to that, like just to go back to Barner and like the friendships each of one of us have made. I feel like we've all made great decisions in like friend choice.
Yeah,
as far as
100%.
Everybody who we surround ourselves with, not just like our tight knit group, but like we've invited other people into that tight knit group.
Yeah.
And like I believe like we'll never be breaking that. And then even to add on to that, running people like off the cameras, I feel like that also make or breaks a relationship, because like the relationships you build here, like really they're lifelong.
Yeah.
But like just knowing someone authentically to their stuff.
Yeah, because definitely, because if people that know me know that I'm like the memory holder. Like I record everything.
Yeah, that, bro. I record
everything. So, but you know, the guys, they talk to me and they're like, "We love that you record everything because we're gonna need it one day."
Yeah.
But they're like, "Just live in the moment.
Sometimes
just live in the moment." Like sometimes sometimes you don't need to record it. Just have that in your memory. That way,
some things
you can have it with the guys.
Yeah, some things.
So that's definitely something that we learned.
Thanks.
But yeah. Thank you, Mir Staten.
We might be short on time.
We might be. I'm so sorry. One thing I'm gonna do is talk, fellas.
Hey, we definitely had great conversation. It's always a great conversation with Mir Money.
Yeah, we gonna have Mir back.
Yeah. So basically, this has been Minute Podcast, our little second segment. I'm signing off. If you got anything else you want to say?
Nah, just thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Signing off too.
Thank you for
All right, ready? So we're gonna rewind.
Okay.
Welcome to the third episode of Meta Podcast. We got a special guest. We got my peanut head cousin, Janiyah Joseph.
Real peanut, the real one on the logo.
Hey, y'all.
It's her.
It's me.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, y'all. I'm Janiyah Joseph. I am a first-year student at Spelman College from Boston, Massachusetts.
Shout out Boston.
Shout out Boston.
Don't say it like that.
Okay.
You hear me?
You're right.
Word. How you feeling, Miss Janiyah?
I'm feeling good today.
That's
how you
good.
doing?
I can't complain.
That's
Can't
real.
complain. Ibn, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Word. We could go ahead and dive right into it, Ibn. You got the
Alright,
questions. I don't.
So, how was your experience in high school, and how did it change?
Wait, before you do that,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Janiyah. Because I know you.
Yes, because I've been wanting to say this.
So Janiyah's been behind the scenes.
wanting to say this.
Janiyah's
Trying to
been
say
wanting to
something
talk about this. We're going to talk about this first.
Door.
I've been wanting to talk about this, and I mentioned it like 3 times, but I feel like it's so funny
Yeah.
how I met TJ.
Okay.
Met her
Literally.
Monday.
Was it on Monday?
Probate.
The probate was on Monday? Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
it was on Monday.
Met TJ at the probate.
Yeah.
Literally, TJ was standing right in front of me, and we just randomly started talking.
Chopped
Oh,
it
wow.
up. Real smooth.
Never seen this man in my life, but we got along, and we were really chopping it up. Like we were really like
Smooth conversation.
smooth conversation. So it's actually so funny that I'm here right now.
Yep, now we're on the podcast.
That's real.
Yeah, we were meant to meet.
Left hand is crazy. Left hand is
Don't get me
crazy.
I don't know why I
No
thought he
doubt.
was gonna fist bump me.
doubt.
Left hand
Yeah,
is
no
crazy.
doubt, bruh.
All right, so we're just going to dive right into it. So, our topic is high school students and their transition into college.
Okay,
So, how was your point of view in high school?
like how was high school for me?
Yeah, high school,
Mm-hmm.
like just your mindset, how was it, its experience, and how was it education wise?
Okay. So high school, I went to school in a small town because I grew up in Boston. I grew up in Dorchester. So Dorchester's obviously, it's predominantly black. Like Dorchester's a hood. I grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
And I basically got bussed out. I was in this program called MECO. And basically what MECO did was it bussed inner city kids out of Boston and brought them into the suburbs so that they could go to schools that were a little bit more like, like would prepare you a little bit better. Not in a bad way, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, I mean, like,
Give you more opportunities.
obviously there's more funding in like outer city, you know what I mean, suburban schools. So I went to school in a town called Needham, and it was predominantly white. I went to school in that district from first grade all the way up till graduation.
Oh, wow.
So I was there with the same people in the same town for about 12 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of, obviously that makes my experience a little bit different because I was with the same people. It was a very small town. And then not only that, I was one of very few black students that were there. So, I mean, my high school experience, I feel like I was very out there. I feel like I've always kind of been that way, where I'm very like just like sociable, very like talkative. I I had my close group of friends. Like I had my close girls. Everybody that I really like mess with on a daily basis were all black. Mm-hmm. I won't say I did that purposefully, but obviously like you're gonna go where you fit. So that's just where I was.
And people that look like you.
People that look like you, exactly. So all my close friends were all black. Everybody that I chose to hang out with was all black. Everybody that I hung out with outside of school, all black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would say that maybe when I started high school, it wasn't like that as much because I still did have white friends. But like over time, I think it just happened that way where a lot of my white friends became acquaintances, and it just was like
That's real.
It's real. Like that's just what happened.
That's real.
So yeah, I would also say too in high school I was very like involved. I was a lot more involved in high school than I feel like I am involved in college.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think that would change?
I want it to change.
That's how it starts. I'm
gonna make it change. It just wasn't like that.
She said she gonna make it change.
I'm gonna make it change. Mark my words.
Look at the camera when you say that.
Mark my words. I'm gonna make it change.
Oh,
hey.
Okay, Michael Jackson. She said she gonna make the change.
All right.
How was the education there?
The education. It was really good.
Like the system, the teachers. Like, how did you?
Yeah.
How was it there?
I would say Needham was known for being like pretty like rigorous.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say I was there for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's not like I made this like some people made the switch where like they were going to school in Boston and then like by like probably their sophomore year they got into METCO because METCO you sign up at birth for METCO and you basically are on a wait list until you actually get in.
Right.
So some people were coming in the middle of high school and they didn't last for like a year because it's a culture shock. Like it's like you're not gonna like it. You know what I mean? But I feel like I was kind of used to it because I grew up in that district. So I think I want to say it was very rigorous, but also I was kind of used to it in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, school there was cool. Like I just got used to it. Like it wasn't anything that I loved, but it wasn't anything that I just hated. I was just like school is cool.
How was your connection with the teachers?
I had a really good connection with the teachers.
That's
I
cool.
also think that's because they kind of made it that way. Like, you know how some teachers would probably like try to go out their way to really connect with, right? Like, I'm like the only black student in your class. Like, of course, you're probably gonna try to, you know, be a little bit like cool with me.
I have a black friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Like that kind of like.
My student is black.
Yeah, I have a black student, and but. Yeah, my teachers were cool. I feel like I was pretty close with them. And then not only that, like, our school's very small. So it's like I knew once you had a teacher once, like, there's not that many other teachers to really get to know. So it was just like, it was a really tight-knit community, I would say. Yeah. So I did know my teachers. I knew my superintendent very well. I knew, like, the department heads very well. Yeah. It's just like everybody knew each other.
So you got connections, is what you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Needham knows me.
Yeah. I got an additional question to that. So, like, leaving your school, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, summertime, all that. So what was your mindset going from, like, transitioning from there, going into Spelman during that, like, summer period?
The summer period. That's a good question. Okay. So, I feel like I'm kind of going to answer starting off when I first got into METCO a little bit, because I feel like this pertains to what you just asked me. But, and I want to say in like third grade-ish, I was going to school, obviously in Needham, for all 12 years of school. But third grade is when my parents put me in Boys and Girls Club.
Hey. Do your homework on New England Boys and Girls Club.
Do your homework.
Oh my! I used to go to. My mom used to send me to the summers just to go to the Boys and Girls Club.
I was always at Boys and Girls Club.
Oh my gosh!
I
was at the one
lived
in
at
Rhode
Boys and
Island.
Girls Club.
One in Rhode Island, yeah.
Really? They have one out there?
Yeah.
Wait, they have Boys and Girls Club where you're from too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
definitely.
Okay.
Boys and Girls Club everywhere.
Like,
we were
it's
special.
real.
That
Boys and
wasn't
Girls
special.
Club of America.
It's
All
literally
right.
in America.
And then it's in the name. Nah, keep
But nah, the New England ones are the best ones.
Clock it.
Nah, Boys and Girls Club, you develop some real relationships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like
That's
that's why my parents put me in Boys and Girls Club in 3rd grade, and I was in Boys and Girls Club for a good amount of time. So I feel like during the summers I was at summer camp. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was always, and obviously it's in Boston, so I'm around black kids. Like
Yeah.
so it's like I wasn't always in my free time on my own choice. I was around my black friends, like
Yeah.
black kids. So summer during the summertime I was never around white people. I just feel like it's important to mention that in the summertime I was never around white
So
people.
what you trying to say?
No, I'm not trying to say anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, just so you know, like once it got to the point where I wasn't in Boys and Girls Club anymore, like
Yeah.
I just spent my summers in Boston.
So she left them folks. She want to be with the black people.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
That was real.
I love being with my people.
How
Like,
was
I just-
your transition into college? Like, making friends, meeting the new teachers, meeting new people. How was that transition?
Okay, so I feel like a lot of people kind of told me it was going to be a crazy culture shock for me, but it wasn't. Like, which I expected it to be, and then it just wasn't. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not going to lie. I want to say first semester kind of just felt like, it kind of felt like one big summer camp in a way.
Yes, like
Y'all
we
can
said this
agree.
the other
Yeah, y'all can agree.
episode.
Yeah, I like that one.
It literally felt like a summer camp.
summer camp.
Comparison.
It
Like,
felt like summer too.
Yeah.
it literally
Even
felt
during
like
the winter.
summer. That's what I'm saying. Even when we were like doing classes, it just felt like summer. Like,
yeah.
so yeah, I would say that kind of made it easier. I mean, like first couple of weeks, I had a little bit of a hard time because like I didn't have my set group of friends yet, or I didn't have like my close friends yet, which was like hard because like the first couple weeks of school where you were just hanging out with people, like
No,
like
that's real.
people
Yeah.
you don't even hang out with no more. It was
Yeah.
just like, why were we even like why were we friends?
It was
Like
just a
it's
group.
just like
It was just a cluster.
we're just here. Like, yeah. So that's kind of how my first couple of weeks went, like socially. Academically, they went very well. I would say my first semester went very well. This semester, it's a little different, but my first semester did go.
I feel like
very
that's
well.
like a little bit of everybody though.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, like academically too, though.
Yeah. I feel
Okay.
like academically, my second semester is like, it's like the one I'm not really
It's a
sure.
little rocky.
Yeah. Not
It's
gonna
like
Rocky.
you go into second semester thinking like it's gonna be just like first
lie.
semester.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when it hits you,
It's
you're
not.
just like not motivated because
Nah,
it's just
it's
like
not.
first semester is like I need to get this work done because we finna go do
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Now it's
That's
just
what I'm
like
saying.
I got all this time. We might go do this. We might not. Semester
Yeah.
starting to pick up like at around like March, April.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just like that first 2 months getting back into it was like,
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
took less classes this semester too.
oh yeah,
I took
But-
more.
I took more.
Really?
Yeah,
My first semester, I took 19 credits. And this semester,
yeah,
Up
you're
here.
good with that. You're good with that.
I would never do nothing like that.
but this semester I took 16, and this semester I did a little bit worse. It's probably because
19.
I had so much free time, and I was just kind of just like
What you doing with 19, bro?
pre med.
Oh, that's why.
okay.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
question.
pre-med.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Nah, funny story. So, obviously, Janai's my cousin,
Yeah.
right?
Peanut head.
Peanut head.
Okay.
But we didn't know each other going into college.
Yeah.
So how we met was I'm not gonna throw any names.
Funny.
This story is funny. So one of my boys on our way to we went to this conference. I forgot what it was called. It was like a business conference for internships and everything.
Yeah.
And on our way to it, we were in the Uber, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, look at this Ibn." And so it's a TikTok. It's her TikTok.
Yeah.
Not my TikTok.
It's her TikTok. And he was
No.
like, she's beautiful. She's fine. I was like, yeah. Like, just because that's what I
that's
say with
nice.
all my friends. That's what I say with all my
Yeah.
friends when they show me. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I saw the Cape Verdean flag because I'm Cape Verdean.
Yeah.
And we're going to put a picture because not much people know where that is. But I saw the Cape Verdean flag. And, like, I swear to God, in the car, I was like, she could be my cousin. So we get to the place, right?
Yeah.
And, we do what we do. We give our resumes and everything. Towards the end, we see her.
Yeah.
I'm telling him, yo, just go talk to her. Like Like, it ain't, what she gonna say, no?
You know, so
She
funny
can
too.
say
I've watched y'all walk by me a couple times.
Yes,
too.
bro. That was
Just
the worst
on some
part. I was like, we kept walking by
just
them,
walking
and
by
we
me.
kept walking by them. I'm like, yo, we look like creeps, bro. And so
The walk by is essential though.
it's essential, but we did that.
The multiple
we did that
walk-bys?
No, I
multiple
don't know about
times.
that.
I was gonna say.
It stops
We
at
did
2.
it like three, 4 times, bro. And because we were trying to build his confidence, and we're not trying to lose her because like people are starting to leave.
Oh yeah, that's real.
So we finally we actually, it's funny. We actually left. We stopped walking by them, and her friend group came to us like in our vicinity, and I was like, they're like, oh, there she is. Like, where? And they're like, right there. I was like, go talk to her. He's like, no. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I go up to her, and I act clueless. I was like, are you Cape Verdean?
Yeah.
And she was like, yes, I am. How did you know? I was like, oh, you just look Cape Verdean.
You're too good at acting, Evan. You're too good at acting because I believed you too.
I mean, you do, but like, I wouldn't just go up to you and be like, "Are you Cape Verdean?" on some real
That's
stuff.
real.
But like, we started talking, and we were like, "Oh, so like, what's your last name?" I said, "So my last name is Shabazz. I got it from my dad.
Yeah.
But my family's last name is Barbosa.
Yeah.
Right. So she was like, Barbosa, and so it clicked to her. She was like, I have some family members that are Barbosa, and she was like, "Also, what's yours?" She was like, Joseph. I have family members last name Joseph.
But then also
we
not
connected
even that.
with Amadu.
Amadu. We connected with Amadu, yeah, because that's my mom's last name.
We go back, we go like, oh, do you know this person? Nah, do you know this person? And we go to Duce. And so that's our mutual, that's how we mutually found out we were cousins. And I go to my mom, we do the research. We're like, what, 3rd or 4th cousins?
That's real.
But we treat each other like we're first.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is. Like, you don't know who you're going to meet in
you
college.
never know.
Yeah.
But like,
That was crazy.
it was just a crazy,
Nah,
like, I was there to be a good wingman. I found out it was my cousin.
Nah, this is like a first-hand account because I never knew this. So like, this is crazy to me.
Yeah.
You're a good liar.
Is he really?
Because I believed him.
I believe he could.
I didn't figure.
Am I a good liar or am I a good
that
actor?
out. I didn't even figure that story out until when, like last month.
Yeah, I told her last month the truth.
Yeah.
Like
real?
what? Whole time I'm thinking like I really look Cape Verdean. I'm sitting
But, I
here
mean,
like
you do.
I look Cape Verdean.
You do. I just wasn't gonna go up to you and be like, I was just gonna randomly do that because mind you, in her head, she probably thought I was going up to her and hitting on her.
Yeah.
Because her friends literally left.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to make sure that I said my friend. But I'm so like we were joking. We were like, I'm so glad that I wasn't going up for myself.
Yeah.
I did think something was fishy, just a little fishy,
Just a little bit.
just a
Just a
little
little
bit,
fishy.
like you had that gut feeling.
like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a part of women's intuition.
Hey,
It
Yeah.
was intuition.
that's a whole different episode.
Nah, that's real.
We could
But
talk about women's
that leads us
intuition.
into
We
my
gonna
next
add that. We
question
gonna add
for you.
women's
Oh,
intuition
really?
one day.
So boom.
Got to
like,
talk about women's intuition.
So
I'll
you
be here
go
all
to
day.
the number 1, the Spelman College.
Smelly.
The
Get into
Spelman College. So like, about your Spelman experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
At what point did you know Spelman was different? Like this is the one.
Okay. Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm about to cook. So, I committed to Spelman College on May 1st, the commitment day.
Yeah.
On commitment
Okay.
day.
When your
on May
anniversary
1st.
coming soon?
On May 1st, I committed.
That's
Oh
right.
wow.
So,
Coming soon?
I was set on Howard University.
A lot of people were. It's surprising.
Yeah, I was set on Howard University for a really long time until Howard deferred me for the second time. They deferred me twice.
Made a mistake.
I said, now what's going on? I was like, nah, so now I have to figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here, it's toward the end of April, and I'm like, I can't keep waiting on them. I cannot keep waiting. So I was talking to my parents. My dad was like, no, we're going up to Spelman right now. Like, we need to like figure out a trip. We need to go visit. We need to do whatever. So I ended up going to Spelman, went to go visit. My tour guide was amazing. She was amazing. I'm still cool with her now. And once we finished that tour, I sat in the car with my dad. We were on the phone with my mom. And I was like, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, Howard accepts me. But I still was like, I don't even want to go to Howard anymore. Like at that point, I was like, I don't even want to go.
Nah, it's real.
And that's not saying Howard's a great school. Howard's a great school.
Of course.
But once I got here, I was like, oh no, like this is the spot for me. And me and my mom talk about it all the time. We talk about like you know, like the saying, the whole like rejection is redirection thing.
Right, it's real.
It's so real because
Everything
it's
happens
like
for a
if
reason.
Howard had accepted me, I probably wouldn't have even came to visit.
You would have went.
I would have
You
went.
would have never went to Spelman. We would have never thought we were cousins.
Would have never
Y'all two would
met.
have never talked at the
We
pro
would have
game.
never.
Never met. Man.
Like, isn't that crazy?
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Literally. So
And it makes you think, like, who else is out there that you could have met?
Nah, it's real.
that's crazy.
How was your experience with the teachers?
Here,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not really I'm not that close with my professors.
Why is that so?
Excuse me. I'll take accountability for this because to be close with your professors, I think you have to go out of your way to kind of forge that relationship.
Mere Money said that.
Yeah.
Shout out your money.
And I haven't and I didn't necessarily go out of my way to forge those relationships with them.
Do you wish that you had?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay.
But also I'm in a space right now where I'm kind of like my first year I felt like could have gone a lot better than it did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of in a place right now where I'm trying not to kind of get down on myself for that, and I'm realizing that I'm going to come back, and now I know. You know what I mean? Like I've done a lot
that's what it's all
of
about.
yeah, I've done a lot of kind of like just comparing my what school has been like for me in the past and what it is now, and then also like you're making this huge adjustment. Like I'm in a whole different place. You know what I mean? This is not like something that's easy to get used to. I kind of feel like y'all. Let me know if y'all agree with this. Yeah. Do y'all kind of feel like a new person, low key?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like a whole new person.
My friends,
that one.
yeah. So my friends back home, they keep asking me, like, "Who's this new Ibn?"
Really?
Because I've always been an extrovert, right? But I wasn't confident. I was very like, I was always starting to talk to people, but if something got serious or something got too big, I just conformed.
Yeah.
But like people know me now, like people come up to me now and be like, "Oh, what's up, Ibn?" I don't even know them, but just my personality. Just like I like to talk to people. I like to,
Right.
you never know who you're gonna talk to.
Right.
So my motto is just like, be cool with everybody.
Right.
You don't have to trust everyone. You don't have to be best friends with everyone. But
Cordial.
someone always might need that positive energy, right?
That's true.
But my demeanor, my confidence boosted, my view on myself boosted because I play football, right? But like looking at myself, I'm not especially my build. I'm not the typical football build. Right? I'm 6'1". I'm skinny, right? So
I
most
thought
people,
you played ball.
yeah, most people thought I played ball, which I do on the side,
Okay.
On the
Oh,
side.
okay.
I don't know. Not much people
said
can
on
mess
the
with me on
side.
there. Mere money. But my confidence definitely changed because it's just like you got to have that on and off switch of who you are, and it definitely changed over from first semester to second semester, but it changed throughout second semester too. I remember I was talking to my football coach, and he was like, "Your progress from the start of spring to the spring game was really good," and
Yeah.
that helped. That made me feel good a lot too because it's like, okay, my vision, my mindset, and my training is being seen,
Right.
right? And many people like don't understand until you get here. Like your moms, your dads, even other people are always gonna tell you like the HBCU, it changes your life.
Yeah.
You're gonna always be like, okay, cool, but you don't understand how impactful that is.
Yeah.
Until you get here,
Until you
like the
get here and you
education
look back
here,
and you're like-
the people here.
Yeah.
And it's like I went from a walk-on who people knew I was gonna walk on. It wasn't like no one knew who I was, but people was like, it's just a skinny walk-on. To me going into to the spring game, making one of the most impacts on the team, and I wasn't even on the starter. And, shout out to my teammates for, showing me how the process is in the football team because you can't do it alone, right? You gotta. It's always about your teachers, your coaches, your friends, your teammates, right? Without them, you won't have succeed. Like I always tell people, if you go to HBCU, you can't just stay inside. you stay inside, no one's gonna know who you are, and you're not gonna have that much of an
You have
impact.
to talk.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta talk.
And then
Put your face.
also, especially like in the AUC, you gotta go to other schools,
Yeah.
and for the right reasons. You know,
Yeah.
of course, you know we love Spelman, we love Clark, but going there to really talk to the women of Spelman and the women of Clark and the men of Clark to genuinely have those conversations is beneficial for everyone.
That's very true.
Yeah. I would say like my thing is as far as like the transformative experience of like just developing as a person to like be a new person. I feel like completely different. Oh, I feel like completely different. My fault. Just because coming back home, like just being in Atlanta and then coming back home is like it's just showing me like specifically from Robert Franklin, who's one of the presidents of Morehouse, just like embodying those wells in Morehouse, like well-read, well-spoken, well-traveled, well-dressed, well-balanced.
Yeah.
So, like, I've become very well-spoken for myself, especially because I can now publicly speak. Like, this, I would have never done this, like, a year and a half ago. But, like, now I feel extremely comfortable in knowing people who not only, like, embody those aspects, but, like, also uplift you. So, like, I feel like that's a very big thing, specifically with the brotherhood of Morehouse and then the sisterhood of Spelman and Clark. Just like those connections that you talked about, like developing genuine connections, not just for like the wrong reasons, but like these are you're knowing people that will essentially be something someday.
Will be successful, yeah.
So just like knowing that and then like embodying it through everything that I do, I feel like I've become a completely different person, just because I've talked to people. Like just the conversations start everything. So like those relationships that I build now have helped me become a different person.
Yeah.
So,
That's really good.
Yeah, I think I can say the same. I feel like when I'm talking about the transformative experience, I do mean like more internally.
Yeah.
Or just like how I carry myself in general or what I think about myself. Because I'm trying to knock the...
My fault.
Or like what I think about myself in general. Like I feel like I've just become a lot more... I've become a lot more in tune with just who I am and how I feel about myself and the ways that I translate to other people. And I feel like I've kind of just become just okay with just being who I am.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like just being who I am, or just also kind of letting people think what they want to think.
Makes you
like,
excited. Makes you really excited to see who you're gonna be senior year.
Right.
Like I just can't wait. Like I can wait. Like I can wait. Because this HBCU college is something definitely I don't want to rush.
Yeah.
But I definitely can't wait to see who I'm going to be, the man that I want to be. Because I know I've, my whole life, you know, being raised by my mom, my whole life I know that, shout out Mama, Mama Barbosa.
Mom. Shout out.
But my whole life I knew the type of man that I didn't want to be.
Yeah.
Going through life, I don't want to be that. But going through Morehouse, changed my mindset of being a man I didn't want to be to the man I want to be. Because those are two different things. You don't want to be this, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be something else. But if you aim for what you're going to be, you can achieve those achievements.
Okay, dropping gems.
Yeah.
Dropping gems.
Quote all of this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a poem.
Quote it.
Yeah,
I also
I write
think
poem.
it's so interesting to think about like what mattered to me at home versus like what matters now at home. You know what I mean? Like all the things that you were like caught up in back home, or just what was important to you back at that at that time is just like there's so much more to worry about now. Like not in that way, but it's just like there's more to life than what was back home. There's so much more.
I saw a lot of TikToks about that. Like
it'd
be the smallest things. It'd be like me in high school worrying about my teacher turning in my grade late for like one day. And then it's like when you get to college, you don't know what your grade is until like the end of the semester.
Scary.
And it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary for real.
Even if you do what you're supposed to do, you still don't know. But like it's just the small things. You know, the education here is amazing. I heard of Spelman is like it's even better. I mean, that's why they #1.
Spelman College, #1 HBCU.
I know at Clark they're more intuitive with their creativity.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, we should have a more unity too.
I feel like we should.
Yeah.
But you feel like low-key we also did miss out on Olive Branch.
Olive Branch. We got to have another Olive
Yeah,
Branch.
we didn't get to have
definitely
our
do.
full Olive Branch.
But I feel like we need each other, though. Like
Yeah.
all the schools, we necessarily need each other because
We really do.
We basically support each other.
And Morris Brown.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, don't forget Morris Brown.
Yeah.
And Morris Brown.
Yeah.
We gotta have someone from Morris Brown. on
Y'all got y'all Morris
Podcast.
Brown brothers?
Nah.
Oh.
We gotta find one.
I've never met anybody.
Me
but
neither.
I heard they cool though, so I can't really say too much.
Hey, if you from Morris Brown, hit us up. We gonna try to get you on the podcast.
For
Yeah,
real.
we like y'all are really like the voiceless. Like I've never heard anybody like really speak on that. But hey, they said y'all cool. So
They had them on Olive Branch too, did they?
Yeah, but
Right?
It was like 30 of them. It wasn't a lot.
It's all right.
next topic.
They cool.
Ibben's out here throwing shade.
I ain't throwing shade. It was the real.
It's like 10 of them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not that many, but it's okay.
Nah, but like definitely we all need each other in the AUC. Whether we like get along or not, we legit all need each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a perfect balance, I would think.
But I feel like we all get along, except for the whole Spelman woman
Hey.
Clark woman beef, which we don't do that over here. Oh no, we don't do that over here.
Oh yeah. So Desire and Janiyah, they kind of break that. They break that.
We're
mold.
breaking we're breaking a cycle.
Yeah.
Not only me and Desire, me and a lot of women at Clark. I got my
realized
Clark
that
girls.
Janiyah talks to a lot of
Janiyah
people from
is a
Clark.
I got my-
trailblazer.
Clark. Aw.
Okay, never mind.
Aw.
Never mind.
You can never give them this.
I got my homegirls at Clark. Shout out them.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. How we doing on time?
How we doing on time?
We good? Okay, yeah, we good.
All right.
I had one more question though. This is like a little off topic, so like,
Okay. Why am I scared?
are you scared?
Yeah.
Why are you scared?
Because I feel like you better ask me something like off the wall.
No. So like, it's the end of the semester, right?
Okay.
How are you balancing school and going out?
Oh, okay.
Procrastination.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Uh huh.
So there was a point in time where I was going out very often. That was like beginning of the year, obviously, like beginning of first semester.
Yeah.
Like I was going out a lot. Then probably I'll say after like November, like Thanksgiving break, I just stopped. I was like, I don't really see a point in going out.
Mm-hmm.
I started going out a lot more recently,
Me too.
right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a party person, but I go out all the time now.
I don't feel like I'm a party person either, but I've been out.
It's because you're with your friends.
It's because
I won't
we're
go
all
out.
more comfortable too.
Yeah.
But you know what parties I do like? I like the parties where
Kickbacks.
I know everybody there. A kickback
Yeah.
or like a house party where I know everybody.
Shout out G5/Ibben's birthday
Ibben
party. Y'all don't know
Birthday
about
party.
that.
Wait.
Ibben's birthday party
never mind.
was
We're not
fire.
talking about that. I'm sorry. So sorry, Mirror Money. We sorry. Yeah. Okay. Continue. We
No,
sorry.
but that was fun though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like
Wait,
I
you was
knew
there?
everybody there.
Yeah,
I
she
was
was
there.
there.
Were you there?
I was a DJ.
You were the DJ?
I'm dead serious.
You
It's
was-
me and Jaden.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dead serious.
Oh, you did a good job. You did your one. Yeah. You did. Yeah.
I did my 3.
Oh,
Okay.
you did your one. So, but yeah, like parties like that, like that's the parties I have the most fun at. But in terms of I already told you this semester has not gone great. I'm sure you can put two and
Bro.
two together.
I definitely gotta. I'm like, especially after this and tomorrow, I'm locking in all my work.
Bro, I'm locking in
After this
tonight.
podcast.
because Juve is Saturday.
Are you going?
Yes, and
Okay,
I'm
wait.
I'm going out.
Before you get into that, we'll do a podcast after Juve because I feel like we can't really give an experience
Yes.
until afterwards. But
Wait,
we're
are you-
excited though.
Are y'all bronze tickets or silver tickets?
Silver.
Silver.
Okay,
Silver.
I'm silver too.
Picked
Silver.
mine up yesterday.
Look, she
There's
tried to
look at Desires over there dancing too.
no, she tried to see if we were bronze so she could gloat on us. Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna
Were
say
you-
I'm
were you
silver.
trying? Were you trying to
regardless.
say? Were you trying to gloat on us?
Well, I was just gonna say y'all not gonna have no paint.
Oh, okay.
So
See, we,
there was
but
no
we
point in
have
going.
paint now,
But
so
we
what you
got
gotta
paint.
say?
Oh, well then I hope y'all have fun. Maybe I'll see y'all there. Hopefully.
Maybe, bro. What?
What are
Okay.
you? You're Caribbean?
Nah, I'm not, bro.
See, but
My folks,
okay, so
my folks from Chicago.
Get out of here! I'm kidding. Now.
I'm sorry.
I'm honorary Caribbean because like Cape Verde is African, but like they get down like Caribbeans.
Oh, word,
Yes.
word.
Well, I'm Haitian.
Of course.
So,
Half Haitian, half Caribbean.
So about
Okay.
this
Cape Verdean.
discussion, I say we continue this another time, just because we're running a little short on time.
okay.
So this is This has been a special moment with Miss Janaya over here. Eben, how you feeling?
It's a great
I'm feeling
place.
good. I'm glad to be on the podcast with my cousin.
Of course.
I'm happy to be here.
We got the family ties here on Men of Podcast. Of course. Janaya, you got any last words you want to say? Any shout outs you got to give?
Shout out my mom. Me and my friends are starting a podcast soon as well. So shout out that.
Another free promo.
I'm also
free promo.
free promo. So make sure y'all are on the lookout for that. Me and Zai and Jamie, we're definitely gonna be out here.
So are me and Emma gonna be guests?
So this is a podcast for women. So unless
that's crazy work.
Cut the cameras.
Yeah, we gonna cut the segment
right now. That's a wrap.
So, I mean, if y'all want to contribute and say some nice things about women, then of course.
We love the women that's filming and play. Okay, any more shout outs you got to give?
I think we should just cut her mic.
Yeah, cut her mic.
Shout out TJ and shout out Ibn.
Of course.
Love them both down.
Love you down.
Great young men doing great big things. Big things. Going very far in life. I can tell right now. That's my women's intuition kicking in.
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I hear you.
That's all I have to say.
Word. If you got any more words, you gotta.
No, just thank you. Thank you, Janaya, for coming on to Men of Podcast, which, was supposed to be for men, but we allowed you on here too.
Yeah, we let you come over here. We out here telling us some.
I'm grateful.
But
I'll get y'all back. We'll get y'all back for that.
But yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for, giving us your experience, your true, authentic experience. And we're signing off.
Wait. One special thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rodney, for a very successful.
Yeah,
clap to Mr.
Clap out to Mr. Rodney.
First
he really put us down to the right center.
Yeah. So yeah, I believe that's it. This has been a very fun episode. I'm TJ signing off. Ibn.
I'm Ibn signing off.
So yeah, thanks.